Today's scammer is brought to you by someone pretending to be a regular Joe on a scam page. Betty Gonzalez says, "I love it so much. Love to marry you. Yesterday, I was talking to an imposter. He finally gave up and called me, and he wanted to make your voice. But I knew that it was not you personally, and before I found out that he was an imposter, I had already talked to him. We had just started about 2 months ago, and I finally found out that I was not talking to you. He claims to be you, and he fights to be you. So my dreams, I believe, there they are, gone forever. I would really wish I was yours. Because of the imposter, my dreams are lost." Hello, and welcome to my little corner of YouTube. I'm also known as Birch, and I put up these little videos as a way to help give you tools in order to know what to look for when scammers come to your door. Also, I do like to give a little entertainment. Yes, I play with these scammers, but scammers are no joke. They literally do kill and steal. Period. We've had so many Johnny Depps, and spoiler alert, most of them will be Johnny Depps. We actually had a Tom Ellis last time. Today, we have a short Jesen from Supernatural fame. Well, actually, originally, he was on the soap opera. I believe it was Days of Our Lives, but that just shows my age. Anyway, grab a seat by the fire, curl up with your favorite beverage, and get ready as I regale a short and sweet tale of one supernatural fame, Jesen. Of course, this was Mr. Eccles' private page that he had literally just put up. He had no likes and no followers, the poor guy. And of course, notice how his private page has no pictures because, well, I guess it's private. Yep, there you go. Created today. The day was January 18th. It says 2025. It was brand baby new in this brand baby new year. Of course, I did look at his likes and everything, and they were all, like the first one, temporary fan page of Jesen Eccles. Because, of course, they need temporary pages because their original page often gets taken down. You know what? I digress. Let's continue on. I can't remember what he said to me or what I said to him, but this is one of the cases where I poked the bear before the bear poked me. So I started off with, "Hello, love. Have you eaten?" "Yes, baby." "Very good," I said. "What about you?" "Oh, yes, just finished," I told him. "How is your evening going?" "I'm glad you are good." Of course, I didn't tell him I was good. I just told him that I finished eating. But, whatever. I guess it translates different in his brain. "Fine. How about yours?" he says, in regards to my asking about his evening. "My evening? Don't know yet, as it's only just after 4 a.m. I'm hoping it will be well." "Busy, are you?" I said, considering the fact that he had just popped out those 2 answers and then buggered off and didn't say anything. I hate it when they do that, but the reason why, and I think I've touched on this before, the reason why they send you X amount of messages and then bugger off and go away for hours and sometimes days is because they are literally juggling umpteen million people. Because here's the facts. This guy might not get me to give him money to remit. So he has to line up at least 5, if not more, others that will. So he goes bouncing back and forth and see who he can convince to give him money. And the ones that look like they're going for it, he'll spend more time with. The ones that aren't going for it, he'll not spend so much time with. And I say he, not necessarily just this guy, but any one of the scammers. In any one of the countries, this is what they do. Anyway, he came back a little while later and just said okay about me telling him that it was 4 a.m. Like, the riveting conversation I was having with this guy, it was amazeballs. And then he admitted that he was a little busy. Well then, I'll chat you up when you're less busy then. Okay, dear. BB, can we chat on Telegram? Nah, I don't do that app. I guess this is goodbye. Why did you say so? I won't to stop Facebook. It's not safe for me anymore. Oh, I see. Just seems you don't like to talk here. That's why I said such. I misspell and I mistype all the time. My eyesight's going bad and I'm dyslexic. But at the same time, I do like to take the piss out of these guys. And so when they spell or say something wrong, I take them literally. He said, I won't to stop Facebook. To me, he's not going to. Just saying. If you are good here, I am also good here. Okay? I guess you are angry with me. Why say so? I asked. How you talk to me, you sound... Have you taken your bath? So, in hindsight, like I just had originally said, I like to take them at their word, literally. I should have, but I did not, go down the line of you sound and then have you taken a bath. And I should have connected those two together to say, why do I sound like I'm dirty? I didn't. That would have been funny. I wish I had. But you know, life is like that when it comes to scam baiting. I sound mad? Well, that's not the case, and a bad assumption on your part, mate. Now that I'm done tending the farm, I'll shower, yes. And he gave a, I don't know, sad, sleepy, I don't know what reaction that is to me calling him or telling him he's making a bad assumption. So I went to scammer tactics and I said, I don't get you. Okay, text me when you are done taking your bath, okay? Well, that I'm talking now should tell you my shower is done. Only takes like 5 minutes. And guys, seriously, 10 minutes tops if my muscles are aching, but it doesn't take that long to clean yourself in the shower. That's why I like to go in the shower. I don't want to spend 10 million years. That's just me. If my muscles are sore, I like to run the water a little bit longer. But anyway, again, I digress. I'm not shaming you if you take long showers. I'm just telling you my personal preference and opinion. And when I said, he responded to I don't get you with, I don't want to talk about that anymore. Which, what? I don't understand. Okay. You don't want to talk about what? You are so confusing, I told him. And then he responded to my shower, taking a shower. Okay, send me a picture when you are done taking your bath. I want to see your pretty face. Again, I was taking a shower, not a bath. I was done my shower, not a bath. And ew, you want a picture of me when I get right out of my shower? Grody. Just saying. That's like, that gives me creeper vibes. What are you talking about? I didn't have a bath. As I said, I had a shower. If you won't see my pretty face, that's on you, I guess. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, I told him. Because I did take him literally. He won't to see my pretty face. Okay, he says. I happen to know I'm a catch, I continued. Now this, on his page, really made me laugh. We all know that scammers, 9 times out of 10, know nothing about the people that they are impersonating. And this just proves it right here, because he posted this saying that Danielle Harris's secret, making Jesen Eccles use his supernatural voice for everything. This Jesen Eccles interview will make you laugh. Click on this link. I didn't click on the link. This is Jensen's actual family, all of them. Okay. This scammer and many scammers that are using Jesen Eccles quite often like to say that they are single. He didn't seem to realize that this is his wife. Anyway. It's just like they don't know who Moppy is when it comes to Tom Ellis. He gave me a love heart about the pretty face. And then said, your picture, please. Sure thing, baby. Just send me it's supposed to be you, but you're singing Eye of the Tiger. Only change the words to Eye of my name. That would be sweet of you, I told him. I think that would be cool if he sang Eye of the Tiger but used my name. Then I will send you all the kinds of pictures you need. There's no need to be shy. You don't every day. Oh, sorry. You do it every day. Even just the first few lines or the chorus would be bonzer, I told him. I don't know what time I said that at, but whatever. But it took him hours. So I said, you can't be, I see you aren't serious. And then he sent me Dean, Jesen Eccles as Dean, doing Eye of the Tiger, which was a blooper. The version he sent me was the blooper version of him doing Eye of the Tiger on the show Supernatural. He had no fucking clue. I almost said pardon my French, but no, keep that French in there. He had no fucking clue. No, that's not what I asked, I said. That's just your character on SPN lip syncing. I asked for you to sing, but put my name in it. How is that hard for you to figure out? Even my 5-year-old nephew knows what I mean, but you don't? Okay, but I'm a little busy. Of course he was. And he laughed about saying that my 5-year-old nephew can do it, but he can't. Why can't we chat on Telegram? I don't come here all the time. That's why I reply to your message late. Telegram? Pavel Duravo, I know I said that wrong, and his brother were the biggest scammers of all. Why would I want to be on their app where they allowed child porn, black market trading, human trafficking, and Nigerian scammers, pretending to be wealthy royalty and asking for Apple gift cards? Because it's true. All those things were happening on Telegram. I don't know if they still are, but at the time, these were happening on Telegram. That's why the creators and CEOs of Telegram were thrown into custody of some kind. I don't know what's happening with them anymore. I was following it for a bit and then I just gave up because whatever. I don't use Telegram. It's not as safe a place as people think, and it's only safe if you are an evildoer. If you are one of these people in this list, because you can easily clear your chat, you can easily get rid of everything. Nobody can trace you. That's why scammers like it. You rock your bad self over on Telegram, but don't say I didn't warn you. The FBI, ASIO, and the EFCC are still watching that trash app. Okay, he says. Unfortunately, it didn't seem to dawn on his marble head what I was saying. Okay, what? Okay, he says again. So he just said okay to my 2 bits of information. He really doesn't care, apparently. So I gave him the thumbs up, said goodbye, and he either lost his page. It wasn't because of me. I was still hoping to play with him, my little mouse. But he lost his page either due to somebody else reporting him. I guess that's the only way. But yeah, he lost his page. It wasn't available anymore. So I didn't get to play with my little Dean. I prefer Sam anyway, just saying. Thank you so much for joining me on this little brief journey. I'm glad that you're here. I'm always glad to see you, whether you come back again or you're just here for a moment. I do hope that you got a little bit of a laugh and a little bit of information. And just know that if you do or have been involved in a scam, it's not you, it's them. They come up with new ways every day to figure out how to part you with your money. So stay vigilant. Keep informing yourself. Don't bury your head in the sand on this. Not that I'm saying you are. I would never victim blame you. No one deserves to be scammed. I want you all to stay safe on the internet. Please know you are safe, you are loved, and you are blessed.